up getting ready to get a disposal, Josh. Never mind that, though. I'd rather be on this side of the fence as the ball goes up again. I can't kick a footy to save my life, but anyway. The ball is spilling out towards Coldstream's 50, but it's rebounded out from Mooroolbark. Chilver around the footy, so was Haberfield. I was McDonald, my apologies, but now Chua picks up the ball, looks for a handball. Nearly picks up her own handball as Dovala tackle slipped a bit high, and it is called. Easton pinned there as Dovala, whose impact in this game has grown as the clock has gone on. So now 7 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Sends it up the wing, spilled out the back of the pack, gonna bounce towards the boundary line. And the umpire is gonna call for a ball up. So no last touch rule coming into effect there. As we have our rucks go at it. Hammond with a good strong hand. It's gonna spill, thrown on the boot by McElrath. And it's gonna come out now in the form of McMaster. Kick wasn't clean. Dropping around the footy was Peruke. And the umpire is going to call for the ball again. So 23-point margin as it stands, Josh, and you feel that if Coldstream don't get one soon, this might be all over.
Absolutely, especially kicking against the Breeze in the final quarter. As there's a free kick paid in the direction of Coldstream, and it'll go to Kate Tejero. Shown a bit in this third quarter has Tejero in defence and through midfield as she sends it in the direction of Abby Browen. Came from behind there, did Emma Beer. That's an exciting battle. Beer up against Brian, and it's Beer who wins out. Her kick will be turned over here by Tejero. Got it out to Laura Hammond, to Duke. They're working this out through hands now. Coldstream. The kick couldn't take the mark there, could Maddie Stark. It's Delaney who's there on the ground. Tried to keep it in front of her and gave away the free kick. Maddie Stark was looking for the advantage. Won't get it. The free kick, it looks like it's going to Bailey Eastham. It is, as she looks to go through the middle of Quambee Reserve. Couldn't take the mark there, could Sophie Caldwell. And there's a free kick going to Komodo, so a chance here for Coldstream to get a much needed goal in this third quarter, and it's going to be Marika Komodo. They're using up a bit of time well, Mooroolbark, as Komodo sends it inside 50. The sun in the eyes there of Rackham. It falls out the back here for Emma Beer. Her kick was nearly cut off. It is now by Nicole Moat. Shrugs off her opponent. Got a handball away in the direction of Abby Browen. Maddie Stark is there, but a great tackle. Great defensive pressure from Mooroolbark. And Freeney sees this ball tossed up inside forward 50 over Coldstream, Chris.
That's exactly right. So we're only about 10 or so metres out from Mooroolbark's Coldstream's goal, I should say. Clearing kick was by Jordan Forrest, who's had a good third term here. And as we have a ball up, chance to say, I think it was Chloe Gaines who was involved in that collision with Komodo, just favouring the right leg, and has gone off now. So yeah, she's okay. It was a massive tackle by Forrest, which was very good pressure. In there responding with a tackle of her own was Laura Hammond for Coldstream. She's going to get a free kick. So the infringing player was Haberfield. It's going to be sent now in the direction of Coldstream's goal. Good intercept mark taken, however. Mooroolbark's defences stood up well, and despite that. Emma Beer again drops the shoulder and backs herself to go. And how about that top down the wing as it's bounced? Please don't go out for last touch. That was too good. It hasn't. Haberfield almost got piggybacked by McElrath. And like I said, Emma Beer again, a big reason why.
It's a dangerous tackle being paid here.
Maybe a bit of a sling action, so Haberfield will get the footy. But like I said, Emma Beer, big reason why Mooroolbark have been able to withstand the win that you can probably hear ripping through the mic here at Quambee, despite otherwise a terrific day for footy. And LFL Zone's going to take the mark. Look inside to take distance with a good kick. Standing up in the pack with McDonald. She's been brilliant today. Sends it inside 50. Great smother by Nicole Moat. But the ball falls to Vogt, who's going to send it inside. High kick off hands. Looking for a bit of a don't argue. Footy made its way to McDonald. He's going to wheel and deal onto the right foot and kick a goal for Mooroolbark. That is Lily McDonald's second of the day to pair with her first in the first quarter. And that, as we look at the scoreboard now, Josh, does not read too well for Coldstream, as they will go into this fourth term kicking against the wind.
7-3-45 Mooroolbark. Coldstream 2-4-16. Lily McDonald has nearly got her hands on the best on ground, the blue ribbon medal been absolutely superb, and that is a terrific goal. And following her first goal, which was Mooroolbark's first goal, just been absolutely superb in ruck, as have all the Lilies. There's been many contributors for Mooroolbark as they look to make it back-to-back premierships in the Deakin Uni women's competition. As we go back up in the middle, there's a free kick going in the direction, might be 666 or 565 or whatever the rule is in the favour of Mooroolbark. And McDonald sends it forward for Mooroolbark, pushing out her opponent legally. There was Chilver, but responding was Bailey Eastham. Umpire will call for it. 2 minutes left, third quarter. And apologies from before, there was an audio issue, but I believe people will be able to listen into our dulcet tones now, Chris.
Oh, we've got him finally.
As it's inside forward 50 for Mooroolbark. Eastham manages to clear, and the mark taken there by Gilda Moat. I was thinking there for a second the umpire might have been calling play on. 1.5 minutes left. Coldstream desperately need a goal, and the mark taken by Maddie Stark. Forward of centre for Mooroolbark, though, up against 3 Mustangs players. Sends it in the middle of the ground. The great mark taken there by Sophie Caldwell. Called to play on. Umpire circling. And this ball will be tossed up. True centre half forward. So once again, we apologise for the inconvenience with the audio before. It should be back up now. As the ball is tossed back up. Maddie Stark. In fact, that might have been Georgia Byrne, it was, who clears it. It was intercepted there by Jasmine Dyson, sends it back to where it came from. And Coldstream once again have the numbers. Holly Duke applies the strong tackle there on Bella McMaster, who I've been pretty impressed by, Bella McMaster. As centre half forward, we've got 30 seconds left. Probably the only side who can score from here, or maybe either side could potentially score. As Abby Bryan takes the mark, immediately plays on, looks in the direction of Komoda, just went too quickly, manages to get through the ball.
I thought she got booted to the footy.
Umpire pinged her.
Gee, it was close.
It was close.
Very, very close.
It's a goal-saving tackle, though. And it might have been the captain, Rebecca Gallagher, gets it out to Emma Beer, 2 of the better defenders from Mooroolbark. Beer again just goes the barrel, the mark taken, and sending it forward is Ruby Haberfield. The 3/4 time siren will go now, though. There could have been a chance for Mooroolbark, but they don't get it. And it's the Mustangs who lead 7-3-45 to Coldstream 2-4-16. Got one hand on almost on the Premiership Cup through Mooroolbark in the Division 3 decider. The goal kickers, Lily Peacock with 3, 2 to Lily McDonald, Lily Chilber, Ruby Haberfield with singles, Georgia Byrne and Abby Bryan, the only goal kickers still for Coldstream. Both of their goals coming in the first quarter. What do you make of that third quarter, Chris? Mooroolbark just continuing to put their foot to the pedal.
Well, you know, given the win that we've been experiencing so far in this game, I say as my papers are flying everywhere. You know, Mooroolbark really just had to stand up strong and withstand the pressure that was going to come left of screen in that scoring end. And you know, Emma Beard down there was a great reason that they could do that. So they've set themselves up nicely here. I believe it's a 29-point lead, and really you'd think, barring a massive combustion on Mooroolbark's end, they'll be lifting the cup at the end of this one, Josh.
Absolutely. We're going to go to a break here. When we return, we'll bring you the final quarter of action in this Division 3 decider between Mooroolbark and Coldstream. Final quarter just about to get underway here in the Division 3 Grand Final between Mooroolbark and Coldstream, and the Mustangs have one hand on the Premiership Trophy, 7-3-45, leading Coldstream 2-4-16. We apologise for the audio inconvenience from before as well. There will be a full match replay uploaded after the game where all the audio will be available, so you'll be able to hear myself and Chris Curtis and the big crowd that's out here, and their dulcet tones, and as both teams move into their final position. It is a fairly big crowd, which is great to see on a magnificent day for footy out here. Chris Curtis and Mooroolbark, they've just been terrific for the second and third quarters, and if they get a quick goal here, then you could argue, if it isn't already, almost game over. No,
it's definitely right. And, you know, the more we watch this game, the more we can see why they only conceded 151 points in the regular season. You know, Coldstream were right with them. It was only a 4-point margin at quarter time, and now, you know, they've held Coldstream to 2 points in a half a footy. So great stuff. But, you know, we're really just, like you said, we're waiting to see if Mooroolbark can start this one quickly, feel it's all over.
Score update from HA Parker Reserve. North Ringwood lead 25-15 at the 5-minute mark of the final quarter. So that game looks set to go down the wire out at HA Parker Reserve. Can Coldstream, though, get an immediate response and make it just a little bit nervy for Mooroolbark? The Mustangs have plenty of experience on this big day as the final quarter is underway, and Chris Curtis will get us started.
The ball is up and we are underway in the final term of this Deakin University Division 3 season, as the umpire will call for a ball up straight away, as has been the theme so far today at Quambee Reserve. Brilliant day for footy, just quite a decent amount of wind ripping to the left of your screen as the ball is cleared by Bella McMaster, and Mooroolbark will look to go forward. Handball out wide by Lily Peacock, found a team out now, long kick inside forward 50. Chappell got caught under the ball for Coldstream, it's bounced out the back. Around the footies, Olivia Grant, ball went to ground, Chappell handball, came off hands of Mooroolbark defenders. And now there's Chappell again looking to bring it out, and she's going to be called for a throw. So this might be the early one that we were talking about from Mooroolbark. It's about a 45-degree angle. Player on the mark is only about 10 to 15 metres out. As we await the kick here, it was Hannah Chappell pinned for the free kick. And it's going to be Olivia Grant, whose kick is on its way. It's going to go across the face of the goal. Mackey's around there, but it is going to be out of bounds, and Coldstream footy due to the last touch rule. So after a bit of discussion, it's going to be Bailey Easton bringing the ball back into play. Umpire just making sure she's on her line. She'll look to get distance and clear the 50. It was off the hands of McMaster again, who's had a brilliant game. Big tackle from behind though, footy spilled loose. Coldstream have hands on it now. Great amount of pressure from Mooroolbark, though, as we've seen all day. That time it was Jordan Dovelar, who's been a great leader for this team so far today.
Absolutely.
It's going to come out through Maddie Stark, with her and her sister Sophie Stark really being shining lights for Coldstream, despite the margin at the moment. And it is going to be Holly Duke on the ground with the ball, but it's coming out through Mooroolbark. Spare defender was Eastham, off hands, couldn't quite take it clearly. Mackie hit the deck. And it's a holding free kick, going to go the way of Coldstream. So Lily Peacock's shot on goal was moot. As we're going to get the ball back to Hannah Chappell. Gee, umpire's got a good kick on him there, the bouncy one down there. He looks like he'd be right at home in a grand final like this, but nevertheless, we are going to have Coldstream restart play, and they'll clear their defensive 50. Ball's going to spill out the back of the pack. No, it won't, because it's going to be a mark taken by Nicole Moat, who's been very good when the ball's been in the air. Very strong marker of the footy. And now Ashley Clausen looks out to switch to the far side. A bit of you take it, no I'll take it there. Maddie Stark involved, eventually took it, but the handball was only as far as Jordan Forrest, who's had a great second half so far in this game. Around the footy again was Holly Duke, who she too, since the first quarter, has been around the footy an awful lot, Josh.
She absolutely has. And Jordan Forrest as well, she'd definitely be a contender for the Blue Ribbon medal alongside the likes of Lily McDonald, who's just been absolutely superb. McDonald goes up in this ruck contest, doesn't win it. Coldstream win the clearance. The kick was intercepted by Mooroolbark and they'll send it further forward. Mackie was running, the handball didn't reach her though. Bailey Easton manages to get Boots a ball as there's a player, it looked like there was a player down behind, play from Mooroolbark. They'll pick this ball up, true centre wing on this broadcast side, some good pressure from Coldstream. Nearly picking it up off the ground though was the Mooroolbark player, applied the tackle there on Bailey Easton and will get the free kick. Lily McDonald, again, just been absolutely superb for the entire 4 quarters. Lily McDonald started cutting Mooroolbark on their way with the first goal for the Mustangs as he sends it inside forward 50. No mark taken on the ground. McMaster was wrapped up by Lagaway Allen.
And I thought initially, Josh, the player down behind play might have been a cramp, but she's getting helped off now, not putting any weight on that left foot.
As the hit out was won by Mooroolbark. Coldstream try to compose themselves through Maddie Stark, who has absolutely been a shining light for the Cougars. And it might have been a Mooroolbark player who was down, so a bit of a sour note for Mooroolbark to end what has been a terrific season as McDonald got the big fist down. She might get this ball back here, she doesn't. It was intercepted by Gilda Moat. Got a handball away quickly to Maddie Stark as Browen. Kick was a high up and under one, looking in the direction of Ashley Clausen. Tapped it forward but turned it over. Rebecca Gallagher been a brick wall in defence alongside Emma Beer, who might be in play here. She is, and in fact that's Bella McMaster. And the ball is going to be a free kick to Mooroolbark. Bella McMaster been absolutely superb, as we've said, off centre half forwards. It's going to be a hard time to pick a best on ground here, Chris.
That's definitely right. I almost wish we could give out 6 of them, because there's that many players for Mooroolbark that are standing up right now and have stood up throughout the course of this season, and it's a big reason why they've got a 29-point lead as the ball goes extremely high up in the air, and so too does the bounce. Alexa Tapp was the players in the pack. I think that was Haberfield. Didn't want to take control of the footy, but now Ashley Clausen's kick was smothered. And she's wrapped up on the second effort for a ball up. So Clausen having a good 4th term. And we'll have the rucks go at it just in front of us. Lagaway Allen and McDonald once more. Maddie Stark got hands to the footy. Got the handball off to her sister in Sophie. Brilliant spiral and a bit of a torp sent down the field. It's going to be picked up by Alice Reynolds, who's caught up in a big tackle. Ball spills loose and that's holding the ball. So it was Bailey Easton rewarded with her pressure there. Just going to line up the player on the mark here as Easton has the footy in her hands ready to go. Just under 14 left in this grand final as the ball sent in to Coldstream's forward 50. They need something here if ever. Sophie Stark got a boot to the ball, couldn't quite get a clean connection. Peacock's out the back now. She's got 3 majors today, but she's out the back helping the defence out. And now the ball's going to go forward from Mooroolbark in the form of Smith Anderson, who's going to send it to the 1v1 inside forward 50, looking for a teammate in Olivia Grant. It's off her knee, picked up by Stacey Goodamote, who looks to the far side. Players around there. One of them was Holly Duke, but maybe lost the footy in the sun as a squib kick is sent forward. That ball is bouncing further and further away from all the players running after it. And it is going to be Coldstream bringing it back in as per the last touch rule. So we're still waiting on a score in this term as Hannah Chappell plays on. Just looks to take as much territory as possible with the kick. Spills out the back of the pack. Off hands. Georgia Byrne now sends it forward, far side wing. Around the footy was Kiara Delaney. There's a big tackle lay there, a bit of a sling on Delaney, and it's going to be called, but it's going to be a hold the ball call, guy in the way of Coldstream. So they're going to send it up the wing, Packthorne below. Great individual dual win from the Mooroolbark defender. She's going to pick it up and almost bicycle kick it over her head. That was something. I'd love to credit that to a name, but on that far side wing, it's tough for us to see from down here on the boundary side where we are, as the ball is going to make its way closer to us. So maybe we have a bit more luck now as Mooroolbark send it inside their forward 50. 3v3 down there. Who's going to wing out? Was a push in the back. Infringing player was Carla Gossip. And Mooroolbark will have a set shot dead in front, 25 metres out. It's going to go to Rachel McManus. And that's 3 goals in the season. So not an awfully likely goal kicker for Mooroolbark, but as we've seen plenty of times, they have no trouble in getting many goal kickers in their games. So you'd feel that this would seal the deal as the kick's on its way. Goal umpire barely has to move. 2 hands up to the crowd. And they are getting right around Rachel McManus as she kicks her first major of the day. It is Mooroolbark's 8th, I believe. Yes, it's Mooroolbark's 8th as they extend their lead. Scoreboard reads 8-3-51 Mooroolbark to Coldstream 2-4-16. And that is an absolutely massive goal, Josh.
Absolutely it is. They scored 52 points last time against Coldstream, did Mooroolbark. It was a similar margin. And they're on their way to another premiership.
It was 39 on that day, Josh.
And I think it's 35 points here. There's going to be another free kick going in the direction of Mooroolbark as they send it once again, or near 50. It was Ruby Haberfield. It falls out the back here. Will Lily Chilver run onto it? She doesn't. It'll be Maddie Stark. And they managed to keep it in through Mooroolbark. So another potential chance on goal as they get the intercept mark. On the far side wing, right in front of the interchange bench, who are certainly up and about. Send it inside 50 in the direction of Lily Chilver. Chappell got the spoil in. The Mooroolbark player was there on the ground. No clean possession taken by either side. It is now by Chilver. She was wrapped up. And a good tackle by there. I think that was Holly Duke. It was. In fact, it was Nicole Mote, and this ball tossed up. Pinballing around. They get it out to Chilver, who sends it to the goal. Misses to the left. The score now moves to 8-4-52 Mooroolbark. Coldstream 2-4-16. 6 straight kicks in it. And we've got less than 10 minutes left here in this final quarter, in this Deakin Uni Division 3 Grand Final and the season for Mooroolbark and Coldstream. And it's the Mustangs on their way to back-to-back premierships, Chris.
The ball is kicked out by Maddie Stark. She's going to find a teammate in Laura Hammond. So we have Josh Ward hopefully working on a score check for the Division 1 Deakin University Women's Final down at H.E. Parker at the moment. That was a close game. As the ball is going to be sent inside forward 50 from Mooroolbark. Looks like it's going to hit the turf out the back of the pack. Mooroolbark first hands to the footy. It was a great heads-up play. It was a great heads-up play by Rachel McManus. 2-hand tap behind her. But the resulting kick hit the post. So just a minor score.
And we do have a score. Park Orchard's having a shot on goal with 17 minutes left. They lead by 1 point, 27-26, and they are kicking to what is usually the scoring end at H.A. Parker down the hill.
How long left, Josh?
3 minutes left.
3 minutes left, contest. And they're up 1. That's a big one.
That's a massive result.
So we're still going on here at Quambee, looking for a bit of a don't argue. Was Alice Reynolds bit off more than she could chew? She's going to be helped up by a teammate. It's going to be Nicole Mode who's going to take the free kick. And
8 to 2 my own horn. I did tip Park Orchards and Ryan Long did tip North Ringwood. So
there's one up on him. I like the way we look at the way Park Orchards defensive looked this season, but nevertheless, we'll see what the end result there is once we've finished our game here, or once that game is finished shortly. As over at Quambee here, we have just over 8 minutes left to play. Scoreboard reads Mooroolbark 8-5-53. Leading Coldstream 2-4-16. The margin is 37 points, and you feel that the Mustangs have all but lifted this cup unless Coldstream can really get something going. 2 majors came in the first quarter as it's sent inside 50 by Eastham. She's looking to get her Cougars going, but it's going to be sent straight back out. Sophie Stark, though, doing the rebound work for Coldstream. Getting a good entry. It's going to drop out the back of the pack. Is it going to bounce? It's bouncing, but not quite enough. So Mooroolbark are going to look to spring back off deep back pocket, and it's sent towards the line. Ball's going to bounce kindly for Sophie Caldwell, or maybe it didn't. Kiara Delaney was around the footy, picked it up. She's had a good second half. And we are going to have a ball up next to the boundary line. Left back pocket for Mooroolbark as it is tapped forward. And it is going to be a ball up, I believe. So it was Erin Rackham wrapped up in that tackle. Josh Ward covering 2 games at once now as he's looking at the stream.
It's 33-26 in favour of Park Orchards.
So Park Orchards kicked the goal. That's massive.
And it's less than a minute left in that game.
That is absolutely monstrous there. Real big scoring end down there, Josh, almost like we've had here, but for both teams, H.E. Parker. So Sophie Stark will look to bring it out. As the footy's going to hit the deck, Hubberfield almost looked like a chest pass. But I don't think, maybe the umpire was blindsided because the free kick's going to go Mooroolbark's way.
I think it's going to Coldstream.
Oh, it's Coldstream's way, sorry, my apologies. I was about to say I would have been very surprised if that was a quarter throw, but Emma Beer takes the intercept mark anyway. So she's had a massive game down back, definitely putting up her hand for the blue ribbon medal. As a solid contributor for Coldstream today, Nicole Moat takes the mark and sends it back inside 50. As Mooroolbark are just going to send it straight out. So the Mustangs defence really not having any trouble getting it out of 50, but it's coming straight back in from Nicole Moat, who's been terrific in the air today. Sophie Stark takes the mark. She's been another massive player for Coldstream, not only today, but in this season in general. As Hammond takes a mark on a very slight angle, 35 metres out. Send it towards the left of goal. It's a very solid pack mark taken there by Coldstream. And it's going to be Erin Rackham. He's had a big game for Coldstream as well. A few key contributors, despite maybe not getting the result today, can hold their heads high, knowing that they've put in the shift. As Rackham's shot is on its way and it's going to skew right and almost taken on the line. It looks like the ball's still in actually. Some of the players around it didn't know much about it. The right foot snap is missing right. So it's going to be behind Coldstream's first score of the term. Takes their Taylor to 2-5-17. Margin is 36. As we are just about ticking over to 5 minutes left in this game, Josh.
Mustangs will be lifting the Premiership Cup in around 10 or 15 minutes time. Back-to-back premiers, first in Division 4 last year and now in Division 3, and it's only their third season. They'll look to stop this Coldstream attack through Sophie Stark, sends it deep in the direction of Brohan, who's wrapped up by Rebecca Gallagher, who's led from the front, has the captain. Gets plenty of cheers, as do the Coldstream faithful, as this ball tossed up right forward pocket for the Cougars. Mooroolbark have the clearance though, looking in the direction of Lily Chilver. It might fall out the back here for Taja Mackey. Bounced it in favour of her, but she still might pick it up. Again, the bounce didn't really favour her. Applying a good tackle there on Kate Picard was Chilver. In fact, it was Tajero who gave away the free kick, and Lily Chilver, with 4 minutes left, can send Mooroolbark inside forward 50 and put the cherry on top of not just a terrific performance, but a terrific season. Nicole Moat puts a stop to that. Sophie Stark goes into the middle of the ground, and there is Erin Rackham. Definitely one of Coldstream's better players as she goes to the wide half forward flank. Went up against two, did Sophie Caldwell, did well to get it to ground, and the ball is locked up. So we've got 4 minutes left in this final quarter of the Deakin Uni Division 3 decider. It's Mooroolbark who are going to win 8-5-53 to Coldstream 2-5-17, as this ball will once again be tossed up. Right half forward flank for Coldstream. Lagaway Allen won it down. It was Chloe Gange who got the clearance, and the strong hands taken there by Bonnie Smith-Anderson, showing plenty of promise. Despite being Mooroolbark's leading goal kicker, hasn't impacted the scoreboard in terms of goals. She impacts it inside forward 50 though, and there might be a high free kick paid. It was Coldstream player colliding with the Mooroolbark player, and that might be another Mustangs player down, as there's some concern, including from the Mooroolbark player, Coldstream player I should say, in Susan Smith. So we might get a little bit of a stoppage in play with 3 minutes left, but it'll still be a shot on goal here for Mooroolbark. Don't think it'll come through the player who got the high free kick. It won't. She gets herself off the ground. We're just chasing up a number. She is slowly getting up off the ground. It might be potentially Olivia Grant. In fact, it might be...
I think it's Rachel McManus, Josh.
It does look like it's Rachel McManus, who did get on the scoreboard in this quarter. One of 5 goal kickers for Mooroolbark. They can continue to find a great spread. She might even take this shot on goal here. She will. So the Mooroolbark faithful getting around her, and this to send the Mooroolbark fans behind the goal into raptures. They're just about to hoist the Premiership Cup, are the Mustangs. And McManus can put the cherry on top of a terrific grand final! What a way to celebrate for Mooroolbark. Rachel McManus with her second in this final quarter. That's her 5th goal for the season. Mooroolbark's 9th, then 9-5-59 are the Mustangs. 2-5-17 at Coldstream. We've got a minute and a half left in this final quarter, and it's the Mustangs back-to-back premiers, Chris.
Definitely seems that way, and Rachel McManus, the trainers are trying to get her off the field, but she wants to stay on. She's kicked that guy to second of the day. Like you've just heard from Josh Ward, 42-point margin now. Seems more than over. It would have taken a lot for Coldstream to pull this back after 3/4 time. The ball up is going to be played. Is there heard a whistle somewhere? Just trying to figure out what's going on now. As time's still ticking, we just passed a minute left.
Might have been another infringement.
I think it might have been in this 2024 Deakin University Division 3 Senior Women's League. As the ball is sent into Mooroolbark's forward 50. They're looking for one more, and it's going to be Mackie. It's going to be Mackie with a snap, and she's hit the post again. It's had a great game so far, Tasia Mackie. Like we mentioned before, in the best on votes in all 3 times these two sides have met this season. As there's 25 seconds left, Mooroolbark fans can sense it now. They don't have to wait too much longer as the ball's sent out. And a good puck mark taken there, just inside forward 50 still. 15 seconds left on the clock. As Coldstream are just looking to work it up their end of the field. Maybe get one more for their efforts, but it would take a lot as they're ticking down into the final seconds of this Deakin University Division 3 Women's Senior League. And there is your final siren. Back-to-back champions. Mooroolbark win the premiership 9-6-60, defeating Coldstream 2-5-17, a 43-point win for the Mustangs, Josh.
And look at the scenes from the Mooroolbark players. It is terrific to see. As you said, Chris, back-to-back premiers. Division 4 last year, Division 3 this year. It's been a tremendous rise from the Mustangs. And they're able to get the job done, 9-6-60 to 2-5-17. Their major goal kickers, Lily Peacock with 3, all in the first half. Rachel McManus with 2, Lily McDonald with 2. Singles to Lily Chilver and Ruby Haberfield. For Coldstream, Georgia Byrne and Abby Brown, their only goal kickers, as you might be able to hear the Mooroolbark song in the background. But a terrific performance from Mooroolbark. It was a great first quarter from Coldstream, a great start, but Mooroolbark by far the better side in the final couple of quarters. Only conceded 3 scoring shots for 3 behind, and were able to kick 6 goals themselves on their way to premiership glory, Chris.
No, that's exactly right, and they've carried their form from the regular season, 12-2 finish, top of the ladder, and really you sense that it was Mooroolbark coming into this, and that's exactly the way it's panned out, as it's a well-deserved victory. Of course, commiserations to Coldstream, who in their own right have had a terrific season themselves, finishing second, just 10-4 record, and just came through with a nail-biting preliminary final win against Heathmont to make their way into this grand final, winning on that day by 1 point, but it wasn't to be in the grand final. Josh, just a bit more than the 17-point margin we predicted.
Slightly more. It'll be interesting to see how we go with our predictions for the Division 2 grand final, but that will just about do us. Don't forget to stay tuned to the post-game proceedings, where we'll be awarding the premiership medallions, the best on ground, the blue ribbon medal, and of course the umpires who did a magnificent job officiating today for this game. But I want your thoughts on a best on ground. Who do you reckon stood out the most for Mooroolbark? Because it's pretty hard.
Well, you heard I was getting my lilies mixed up before, Josh, so I'm going to look to the 3 of them. You know, Lily Peacock, Lily Chilver, and of course Lily McDonald. Massive games. My pick so far is probably Lily McDonald. She was massive in the ruck and around the ground with 2 goals herself, but massive contributors all throughout the field for Mooroolbark in what was a well-deserved win at the end. What do you think, Josh?
I think it would have been Lily McDonald. She put in the full quarter effort, did McDonald, and there certainly was some great contributors. Rebecca Gallagher, Emma Beard down in defence. There was some stars across all lines. Lily Chilber, Ruby Haberfield, whether that 33 forward or midfield. But a terrific performance from the Mustangs. Stay tuned to the post-game ceremony for this Deakin Uni Division 3 Grand Final. Mooroolbark winners 60-17.
Great argument there. You told me we got to Chris, my man, you're the kid. You're the kid. Oh, other than a few names, no, I'm not bullshit. Who were they? Ruby Anderson. Yep. So
yeah, it's probably, I can't tell me anyway.